Hello students, welcome to this lesson. We have started limits first, then we have completed continuity also. This comes under the differential calculus. Now in the one of the previous lessons, that is how to prepare for CET, I made it very clear. The analysis of the question paper shows a lot of questions are being asked from this unit, especially differentiation. Minimum 4 to 5 questions. Therefore, this unit definitely plays very important role. You have to focus more on your preparation so that definitely you will get better score. So this is one important thing. Let me take a few concept based question as before. Say if f of x equal to square root of 1 plus cos square x square, then what is the value of f dash root 5 by 2? So this is the question. This question you can definitely do provided you know how to differentiate a composite function. Therefore, first what you have to do is you have to differentiate square root of 1 plus cos square x square, which is a composite function. Actually, it is a composite function of three functions. Square root is one function. Then 1 plus cos square is another function. X square is another function. So there are three functions. So you should be very careful in differentiating. Using the chain rule, you can definitely write like this: 1 by 2 root 1 plus cos square x square, because differentiation of root x is 1 by 2 root x, using that rule. Then what you have to do is differentiate whatever is there inside the square root, that is 1 plus cos square x square. So one differentiation of 1 is 0. So what you have to do is differentiate cos square x square, that is 2 cos square cos x square, then minus sin x square, then once again you have to differentiate x square, 2x. So this is the chain rule. See, in CET I can't show you more than this one because this is the shortcut you have to remember. Then what you have to do is, I have not shown one step, f dash root 5 by 2 you have to write instead of f dash x, that's all. So that I have not shown. Directly I have substituted. Substitute x equal to root 5 by 2. See, inside the square root, see there in the denominator, x square becomes pi by 2, pi by 4, and cos square pi by 4 is 1 by 2. Therefore it is 1 by 2 into square root of 1 plus 1 by 2 into whatever is inside the bracket, 2 into cos x square minus sin x square 2x, substitute the value. Cos x square becomes 1 by root 2. Then the same thing, sin x square becomes minus 1 by root 2. And 2x becomes root 5. So this is a simplification. The next one is, of course, question of simplification, which you have to do carefully. So this is the next simplification. Minus 1 by 2 root pi into 2 root 3 square root. Therefore, this you simplify, you get square root of 1 by 6 actually, that is 1 by 2 you have to take inside the square root. Final simplification is this, because root 5 and root of 1 by 6 both you can combine together. So the final answer is answer B. So here two things you have to remember. One is simplification with this type of square root etc. Second one is chain rule, how to you have to use. So these are the two things. Second question. This is based on inverse trigonometric function. D by dx of tan inverse root x into 3 minus x by 1 minus 3x equal to how much? So options are given. So here of course 5 options are given. So let us consider tan inverse root x into 3 minus x divided by 1 minus 3x. Of course you can take root x inside, so that it will be 3 minus root x root x divided by 1 minus 3x. Now what you have to do is put root x equal to tan theta. Therefore this will be 3 tan theta minus tan cube theta by 1 minus 3 tan square theta, because x root x is tan cube theta. That you have to observe carefully, because root x is tan theta. So now if you know the formula, it is tan inverse of tan 3 theta. So this converts to 3 theta, which is nothing but 3 tan inverse root x. Now you know how to differentiate tan inverse x. It is 1 by 1 plus x square. But here it is tan root x, inverse root x. So you have to use chain rule. So when you use chain rule, this is same as now 3 by 2 1 plus x root x, because differentiation of tan inverse root x is 1 by 1 plus x into differentiation of root x is 1 by 2 root x. So combining together it will be 3 by 2, then 1 plus x root x. So the option is E, that is 3 by 2 1 plus x root x. So this example is taken to revise how you have to use inverse trigonometric substitution. This is third question, parametric differentiation. So what is the value of dy by dx? Of course, minus tan t, minus cot t, tan t and cot t. So what you have to do is dx by dt you have to find. So it is very simple. It is a direct example. So using the algebra of differentiation you have to do it. So it is a constant comes out, d by dt of t cos t minus d by dt of sin t. So this you have to simplify further. A into. So what happens? So it is product rule in the first d by dt of t cos t. So it is cos t minus t sin t minus cos t actually. When you simplify you get minus 80 sin t. Similarly, here dy by dt will be equal to, so d by dt of a t tan t plus cos t, so t sin t, so that you differentiate this using the addition rule first. So now a into differentiation of the first one will be equal to, so 1 into sin t plus t cos t, then minus sin t, differentiation of cos t is minus sin t. Once again when you simplify you get at cos t. The first one is minus at sin t, second one is at cos t. Now you know the rule of parametric differentiation. What is dy by dx? Dy by dx will be equal to dy by dt divided by dx by dt. So substitute at cos t by minus at sin t. So cancelling you get minus cot t. So the option is I think B. So B is the option. This is just to revise parametric differentiation. The next one, d by dx of f of x equal to 1 by 1 plus x square. Then what is the value of d by dx of f of x cube? So this question actually can be done by two different methods. Let me show you both. So whichever is convenient you can take. First method is this. See, d by dx of f of x is 1 by 1 plus x square means what? F of x must be equal to tan inverse x, because you know that tan inverse x differentiation is 1 by 1 plus x square. Therefore, now the question is what is d by dx of f of x cube? It is same as d by dx of tan inverse x cube. Tan inverse x cube can be differentiated using chain rule. So this will be equal to 1 by 1 plus x cube square into 3x square using chain rule. Therefore, the answer is definitely 3x square by 1 plus x6. So this is one method. But sometimes what happens is this method may not be useful, because instead of 1 by 1 plus x square, suppose they give say 1 by 1 plus x4, then you can't use this method. So we should also know how a general method can be done for this type of question. Now you see here what I have done is I have taken d by dx of f of x cube only. I am using chain rule in a different way. D by dx cube of f of x cube. I have not shown t, that's all. That x cube is t. That's the meaning. So into d by dx of x cube. This is chain rule. Now here you see d by dx of f of x is 1 by 1 plus x square means d by dx of x cube of 1 by f of x cube is 1 by 1 plus x cube square into differentiation of x cube is 3x square. When you do simplification you get the same thing. Therefore my suggestion is you can use the first method only if a standard function differentiation is given, and you have to use the second method if any other function is given instead of 1 by 1 plus x square. So both methods you should know. So this is the technique. Next, fifth question is y equal to cos square 3x by 2 minus sin square 3x by 2. Then what is d square y by dx square? Of course, it's a second order derivative. So options are given. So minus 3 square root of 1 minus y square, then 9y, then minus 9y. Same thing, 3 square root of 1 minus y square. Two answers are with plus minus, two answers are with minus plus minus once again. So y equal to now, if you know the trigonometric formula, this is cos 3xy. because cos square x minus sin square x is cos 2x. Therefore, cos square 3x by 2 minus sin square 3x by 2 is cos 3x. 2 times 3x by 2. Now it is very simple. dy by dx will be d by dx of cos 3x, which is minus 3 sin 3x. Once again differentiate. It is same as d by dx of minus 3 sin 3x, which is minus 9 cos 3x. Therefore, definitely it is minus 9 pi. Very simple. So here the problem is, if you directly differentiate, it is very, very difficult. If you use this formula, it is very. So here the shortcut actually means how you can visualize the question, how to make it simple. That itself is the shortcut. So this is a fifth question. Next one, of course, it is on logarithmic differentiation. I have taken one question. If y equal to 2 power log x, then dy by dx is, of course, 4 options are given. 2 power log x by log 2, 2 power log x into log 2, 2 power log x by x, 2 power log x into log 2 by x. So these are the 4 options. So what you have to do is, taking log on both sides, you get log y will be equal to log x into 2 log 2. Now differentiate. So left hand side becomes 1 by y dy by dx when you differentiate. Right hand side log 2 is constant and differentiation of log x is 1 by x. So therefore now take y right side, cross multiply. So y log 2 by x, and you know what is y? 2 power log x. Therefore definitely option is, I think, D. Yeah, 2 power log x log 2 by x. So this is the option. So here it is logarithmic differentiation. Let us go to the next one. Seventh question. If f of x equal to cos x, cos 2x, cos 4x, cos 8x, cos 16x, then what is f dash pi by 4? It's a very interesting question. Of course, options are given like this. Now, if you look at any standard book which is prepared for CET, method is different. Please note. What they have done is, divide by 2 sin x, multiply by 2 sin x, then 2 sin x cos x is cos 2x. Like that, they went on simplifying 2 power 30 to 2 power 5 to something comes, cos 32x by some sin x. That they are differentiating. That is one method, but that is very lengthy. So the shortest method is this. See here, what I have done is, cos 2x I have taken as one function. Remaining all second function, cos x, cos 4x, cos x, and cos 8x, cos 16x. Now what we have to do is, f dash x equal to, now look here, cos 2x as it is, and differentiate the second function, plus what? The second function as it is, differentiation of the first function cos 2x is minus 2 sin 2x. Now don't worry, whatever is the differentiation of d by dx of cos x, cos 4x, cos 8x, cos 16x. Now what happens is, f dash pi by 4, this becomes, first term will be 0 only, because pi by 4, 2x is pi by 2. So the first term itself becomes 0. You need not worry about the differentiation of the second one, leave it. Then in the second one, what you have to do is, substitute x equal to pi by 4. Since pi by 4 is difficult, you take it as 45 degree. Therefore, what I have done is, substitute cos 45 degree, then cos 180 degree, cos 360 degree, cos 720 degree into minus 2 sin 90 degree. Simplify. So what happens? First one, 1 by root 2. Cos 45 is 1 by root 2. Cos 180 is minus 1. Please note. Cos 360 is 1, and sin cos 720 is also 1. Then minus 2 into 1, because sin 90 is 1. When you simplify, what do you get? It is root. So this is the shortcut actually. See, sometimes in textbook they give a formula also. So I told you very clearly in the shortcut method, it is not a good idea to gather lot of different formula which is outside the syllabus and then get into confusion. Instead of that, you develop this type of technique. Therefore, I told you very clearly, understanding the concept is very important. Here, if you use product rule continuously, it will be very, very lengthy question. It will take half an hour to simplify. But if you use this technique, immediately you get the answer. So this is a very good question. thank you for watching this lesson. I hope you will definitely appreciate this type of question in preparation for CET. So let us take in the next lesson the old questions of previous examinations. So that definitely that will be a very good preparation. I may be taking 1 or 2 lessons based on the number of questions I select. So this will be 1 unit, that is differential calculus. After this, let us take application of differential calculus in solving the problems, so that we will be completing differential calculus altogether. So this is the plan. Then of course, some unit I may take from first PUC, some unit I may take from second PUC. I think since we have completed differential calculus, we can also start integral calculus, so that it will be easy for us to go together. So hope you have subscribed my channel, and if not, please subscribe first and share with your friends. As I told you, it will be definitely a motivating factor for me when students watch my lesson and subscribe. This is a motivation factor for me. Definitely I will continue. I am very happy whenever I upload the lesson, immediately next day I see lot of students are watching. Please continue to watch, and this process will continue. And also I made a mention, I am also taking online classes for CET that starts from January. So if you are interested, definitely you can enroll your seat for this class also. Of course, number of seats are restricted. Therefore, if you are interested, you can contact me. Let us meet in the next lesson with MCQ of previous question papers. Till then, bye. Take care.